So a 401k fund has been a retirement vehicle for many, many decades. And this is something that a lot of private sector employees have been using to supplement other retirement possibilities like Social Security, like pensions, maybe a government pension. Although this has been a good supplement, it was never intended to be the primary investments vehicle. And now that we're getting into the 2020s, there's a huge retirement tidal wave ready to hit that could be a problem. By the end of this decade, 21% of the population will be 65 and older. That's almost double from even 7-8 years ago. Most people who are not retired yet have some type of retirement, but less than a third think that they have enough. So what do? Well, the government is trying to help by changing some of the 401k rules to make the plan a little bit more appealing and powerful for retirees. This bill that is in Congress right now, probably will be signed by the end of the year, would make some changes that will make the 401k a more powerful, valuable resource for people who are going to retire. And here's what's going to be changed. First is it'll have automatic enrollment, meaning that every company of a certain size will automatically enroll all eligible workers into a 401k at a savings rate of 3%, meaning that they're going to automatically deposit 3% of your salary. And you can adjust that, and you can opt in for more or less. You can also increase that each year until your percentage reaches 10%. You can opt out or change the contribution level, but this automatic enrollment will make more investment happen with less tangible or intentional action by the employee. The most dramatic increases in enrollment are among younger, low-paid employees, and that type of automatically enrollment will change that and make it more robust for younger people. Only about 15% of employers offer automatic enrollment now. So this change will get a lot more people into the program. In addition, people who are older, in their early 60s, can increase what's called catch-up contributions, meaning that you can add on contributions up to $10,000 a year. Right now it's $6,500. So this can allow investors or employees that haven't put enough in to fund their retirement to get caught up and still get the tax benefits. Giving older people the ability to increase their contributions will make a huge difference in the savings. So if you lagged a little bit and only put a few thousand in a year, and all of a sudden you can catch up, now you might be in better shape for retirement. Another big change is you can now invest a lot more even if you have student loans pending. It used to be that if you had student loans, it was difficult to be able to invest quite a bit in 401ks because you have to pay off your student loans first. Now you can put more money into a 401k even if you have student loan debt. Another big change is you are going to delay your mandatory retirement age. Right now it's 72 years old. It's going to gradually go up to 75. So it gives you 3 additional years of tax-free growth and investment before you have to take the money. Used to be a penalty, and now you can go to 75. And even if you go after that, the penalty is cut in half. There's also a provision where part-time workers can contribute to a 401k. As long as you work at least 500 hours a year for 2 years, it's about 10 hours a week on average. And it gives some tax credits to small businesses for having these plans in place. So it gives the business an incentive to put these plans in place. Again, the 401k was never designed to be the primary retirement vehicle for workers. It was supposed to be Social Security. But now Social Security is actually close to being insolvent. And the 401k, as a savings method, can supplement Social Security, so the government's not going to be on the hook as much. The employees will be putting their own money in. It used to be companies had pensions. Now companies don't have pensions anymore. So the 401k makes up for that shortfall as well. The idea is to get more middle-class workers into 401ks because less than 40% of lower-paid workers have any kind of retirement account. Upper income workers, it's double. It's 80+%. A 401k that's automatic will make it more likely that some of the lower-end workers will get money into a retirement and be able to be more secure in their later years. And the reason why is because Social Security still is about 90% of income for almost a third of older adults. Social Security is about ready to collapse in terms of the finances. And without any major changes, it will be empty in about 10 years. And nobody knows what to do about that. So this is a good way to keep retired people financially secure. Using 401ks and making these tweaks to the law will make it both more appealing for workers to put money into a 401k and make it easier and have less obstacles, where it's an automatic withdrawal, automatic deposit into your 401k. Almost 3/4 of companies have a 401k in place, but only half the people use it. So it's really underutilized, and it's free money. Most companies match what you put in to your 401k. So it's like a free income stream with tax advantages and income growth advantages because this money is normally put into securities and stocks, which over time appreciate usually at least at the rate of inflation, so that when you retire, you have that money in inflated dollars that you can use to support yourself in your later years. We talked to somebody last week who retired with a government pension and has Social Security, but also has been receiving their pension since retirement. And as of this year, they've received more income from their pension than they ever made from their primary job during their working years. So that's a perfect example of where managing your retirement income, whether it's pension, Social Security, 401k, savings, investments, can be a way to be financially secure in your later years. Again, we're not financial advisors. We're not giving you financial advice, but you do want to be aware of what's going on with the various government programs that make it easier to invest, easier to get tax benefits, whether it's a 401k, an IRA, Roth programs, other types of government enhanced programs, usually enhanced by having tax exemptions, either for the money that goes in or tax deferred for the money that's coming out. The most important thing is to look at what you have available to you as an employee. What does your company have for a program? Do they have a 401k? Do they have any other types of retirement provisions? And participate in as many as you can. Get good financial advice from a qualified financial planner on where you're going to put the money, because just because you have a 401k, that doesn't necessarily put it into any certain investment. You want to pick your investments that match what your goals are. But be aware of these new rules that are coming out, because it may benefit you. If you're an older person, you could do catch up and leave it in longer. If you're a younger person, you may have automatic enrollment. And these things can give you a more secure retirement in your later years, so you don't have to work, or you don't have to work as much, or you can only work how you want to and not be forced to.